this part is still Holes Part 2, and this is Chapter 12, Counseling. I wanted you to think about these questions. What happened when Stanley finished digging hole in this chapter? What were the campers and Mr. Pendenski doing at that time? And when Mr. Pendenski told Stanley, you messed up your life and it's up to you to fix it, do you agree with this statement? Think about it. So after Stanley, in this chapter, after Stanley returned to his camp after he finished digging his hole, Mr. Pendenski was talking with the boys in his group. They talked about what they wanted to do for their career after leaving Camp Green Lake. And Mr. Pendenski asked Stanley who should be responsible for sending him to Camp Green Lake. And of course, Stanley answered it was his no good, dirty, rotten, pig-stealing great-great-grandfather. Do you agree? To Stanley, it was perfect. It is just very normal because to his whole family, whenever there was something bad happened, it must be his no good daddy, a rotten, pig-stealing great-great-grandfather, right? But do you think Mr. Pendenski agreed? Of course, no. Mr. Pendenski didn't agree. He said, no, that person is you, Stanley. You're the reason you're here. Do you agree with Mr. Pendenski? Imagine, if Stanley didn't take the shoes back home, would he be caught? So, was it his great-great-grandfather that made him in the Camp Green Lake, or actually himself? Did Stanley just use it as an excuse? Think about it. So when Mr. Pendenski asked Cyril what he would like to do, Cyril was silent at first, but then he replied that he liked digging holes. Who would like digging holes? Really, who would like digging holes? Why would Cyril like digging holes? How did his background affect him and make him like digging holes? If not digging holes, what else could he do? After leaving the camp, where could he go? So, do you know the answers? If not, continue reading your book, and this is the end of chapter 12. Basically, they were just talking about the life after leaving the camp. And this is how Cyril reacted at the end of the chapter. And here are my references. Thank you.